Okay, so it's still pretty dark. I'm turning on lights as we go. But I am going to check and see if we have any babies. We know we should have at least one, but I don't know if it made it through the night. So let's check, and then we'll feed everyone. The chickens are screaming they want their food. Let's see. I don't hear any chirping, which isn't ideal. And it's really dark. So I'm going to put the camera down, and I'm going to pick up my foam light, and then we'll check. She's cooing. Welcome to my little tropical farm. Okay, so we have 3 in this one. And we're gonna, this is the one in front is the one that was born last night. There's one still coming out of her shell, and one looks like she was just born. So I took this little one, who's all dry, and we're gonna put her in the house. And I'm about to get some food for her, and then I'll show you our setup in the house. Okay, so this is probably the warmest spot in the house. And I think you can see in there pretty well. The chick, I wrapped her in a little towel. Not tight, but just to give her some warmth. And then right next to her here, wrapped in a towel, is a hot water bottle. It's literally a quart-sized bottle filled with hot water and then wrapped in a towel. It should radiate heat. And eventually, as she gets a little bigger and there's more than one and they start exploring, they'll cuddle up next to it if they need to. She has some water. Right now I have regular water. I had medicine, but it looked like it got wet, or the humidity got to it. So I'm going to run out and buy some. I wonder if she's feeling the heat. And then she has a little food. And on top here I have a temperature gauge. So this room is only 83 degrees. And most of you are saying only. But baby chicks in their first week need it to be about 95 degrees. So that's why she has the hot water bottle. That has worked for me in the past. Once I have a few chicks, they'll cuddle. If I have too many and they're really cold, they'll kill each other trying to cuddle. So we don't want that to happen. But this should radiate a good amount of heat. And I used a quart-sized bottle so that it holds the heat better and radiates longer. I could go up to a half-gallon bottle, but that's kind of overkill and takes up a lot of space. I am going to check on the others one more time after I clean up my sheep shelter. And so in about half an hour, I picked this one up about 20 minutes ago. So in another half hour, I'll check again. Probably pull one more up here so that this one has some company. And we'll go from there. And then I'm going to run into my little town and get some medicines for them. It's a mix of electrolytes, and that's probably all they need because they were born here on the farm. When you buy them from the store, you usually medicate them with antibiotics for like 3 to 5 days. But I don't think the babies need it from here. So I decided, instead of going into town and getting electrolytes that have medicine in it, seeing as these guys were born on the farm, I'm not going to give them any medicine. So what I did instead is I made magic water. And this is half a gallon of water, 1 clove of garlic, 1/4 of a cup of honey, and 1 tablespoon of apple cider vinegar. It should give them the electrolytes they need. The honey is medicinal in its own way, as is the garlic. So, and I guess you could say the vinegar is as well. So I'm going to give this to them. They haven't left their blanket yet, and it still says it's only 84 degrees. I may go look for a light tomorrow, but they're pretty active in there, and they've got the hot water bottle right next to it. So I'm not too worried about them. Again, I'll be adding the other 2 in a few minutes, or maybe an hour. And so I'm going to change out their water to the magic water and probably dip their beaks again. And we'll see how they do. They should be jumping around here by tonight. So it's the end of their first day, and they are huddled up against the heater. I should probably replace that tonight, but it should be fine. Of them, 3 of them look great. This little guy is struggling to walk. And I don't think that's just because he was the last one born, although it could be. He is staying with them, but he doesn't look quite right. Although, I mean, he's formed normally, so maybe he'll get better. But yeah, he's laying down more than the others. I would not be too surprised if he doesn't make it. We still have a total of 4, 8, 16, I think 22 eggs out there. Some of them should be hatching any moment, and there's no sign of them hatching. And like I said, Phyllis wasn't on her nest a lot, so that could be an issue. She has 4 eggs under her now. She had 6 or 7. She's broken a few. She was a great mom last time, but she's not doing so hot this time. So I don't suspect that hers will hatch, but we'll see. They should be hatching tomorrow, the next day. And the same with the mama who had these 4 has 3 or 4 more under her. So we'll see how they do. The other 2 should come in about 6 or 7 days. And that's it for tonight. I'm going to turn their light off. It's quite warm in here. So I think their temperature gauge now says 87. Plus they have the water heaters in there. I have 2 of them in opposite corners. And we'll see how they do. So it's day really 23 or 22 and a half. And all 4 chickens are on eggs. She's not on the right eggs. Here are her eggs. Nobody's even, one hen obviously got in there, laid, and probably while they were in there, she picked the other nest. So she's been sitting on the wrong eggs. I'm going to move her. Sorry about that, but she's actually sitting on a nest with no eggs. So she's not, oh, look, we have a new baby. Hi, Mama. I think these 2 changed nests as well, which is very weird. But she has a baby with her. And that's weird, too, because I don't think those babies were due yet. But let's look under her and see. I don't think she moved the baby. But that's been one of my issues. And somebody who knows more than I do about this, I am not an expert, but this is my 3rd time hatching chicks. Can't even talk. My 3rd time hatching chicks. But my concern was these nests are up so high, and I did have one baby fall down once, and the mama ignored it until I found it down underneath. But part of the reason I bring them in the house is I don't think the babies can get in and out of the nests. And I know the moms will move them with their wings, like put them under them, but I don't think they do much else other than that. So if somebody could answer for me, that is one of the big reasons I'm not leaving them with their mamas and bringing them in the house. The other reason is because I am worried about the rodent population here. 3rd reason is I really don't know how the other chickens would react. I think the mamas would protect them, but I don't know for sure. So I'm going to check under her to see if there's any others. I'll show you. Actually, the dogs are barking. I don't know what they're barking at. Sometimes they bark at the runners and I have to go get them. Let me see if I could set this up. And it's not going to be close enough for you to probably see it, but maybe. Hi, Mama. Let me see what else you have under there. Okay, let me get the one. Let me get rid of this shell. So she has 1 baby in there. And let's see if you have any more babies, because you should. No, no more babies. We'll give it another day or two. I am going to take that baby up with me. And you have no babies. Okay, so when I say they have no babies, it isn't just that they have no babies, but they have no eggs that look like they're starting to peep through. So maybe in the morning we'll have some. Maybe we'll end up with 5 chicks. But I am going to take that baby away from her when I get ready to go. First, I'm going to put the ducks away. I'm going to collect the eggs that are down here. I'll check under the others one more time. I didn't see any newly laid eggs, but I'm going to double check because I don't want to leave them there. So that's where we're at today. That I've been gone all day and came back about 2 hours ago and didn't come down to check on them then. So that chick is already dried off and everything. So she's ready to go up and was probably born, could be like 6 hours ago. But yeah, she's ready to head up. Glad I brought my camera down today. So I think I did talk about this before, but just in case I didn't, I am heating their little brooder box with bottles of hot water. So I boil water, fill it up, put it in the bottles. I have 2 of them in here. And I put them in the corner. This one is wrapped in a towel, which actually seems to not be great for the heat. I mean, maybe it is. Maybe it dissipates the heat a little faster. I mean, a little slower. But they're not getting as much warmth from it. And then I have a little pint-sized bottle that's covered with 2 layers of a sheet. And that seems to throw a little more heat their way. And then let me show you. So there are 7 of them now, as I said before. And this blanket, so this is my newest little guy. And I had put him or her under the blanket a little bit, but they popped out. Not walking super well yet, but by this afternoon should look like all the others. This is another little one, so that's probably yesterday's, but then this one's little. But I don't keep track. They're all close enough in age, and in a few months it won't matter. So, they're adorable, aren't they? So this is my magic water. I do need to change it. That's from last night. And again, magic water is water with a little bit of apple cider vinegar, some honey, some garlic, and that's it. And so it gives them the electrolytes they need. The honey is antimicrobial, as is really the vinegar and the garlic. So it's working great for them. Or it seems to be. And you can see the little ones. Get out of the water. That's not good. The little one's not moving much, but as I said, we'll look at them later today and see how they're doing. But they all look pretty good. So currently, hi babies. Here are the puppies. Currently, I have 7 chicks up at the house. 1 finished coming out of its shell about 8 o'clock this morning, so that would be number 8. But I had to leave, and it's now about 12:30, so I've been gone for about 4.5 hours, and I'm going to check on it. I'm hoping it's still okay. It's kind of a weird time because the other chickens have been jumping into the nests, but it was actually hatched here, but I moved it over here just because I thought there were less chicks getting in there. I don't see it, so I'm going to put the camera down and see what we can find. So this is the new little baby, just barely dry, But I'm going to go at it with the others because, oh, look, Mama's looking. Oh, where'd your baby go? I have your baby. I was happy to see one born. I think there's a few in here that don't belong in here. Let me check. Yeah, this doesn't. This doesn't. This doesn't. 2, 4, 6, 7. Yeah, there were 8 in here. So these were the last ones that we put in. The others should be done hatching. And I'm going to assume what's left. I'm going to put it down again. Here, let me give you your baby. I'm just going to check under the other chickens before we walk away. But then I'm going to take the little baby with me. There's just too many chickens around here that might try to hurt it. And it can't get out of this nest. It could fall out of the nest, but it won't get out of the nest. Oh, so cute. It has been a few days since we've had any chicks hatch, so I thought I'd show you what we have. Now, I can't open this like I could before because they will jump out now. But here we have 10 baby chicks. They now have, whoops, sorry. They now have a bigger feeder, and I'm changing their water a couple of times a day. I am just starting to switch from the magic water to regular water. What I did was I diluted what was left of the magic water. They've gone through almost a gallon of it, so 2 half-gallon jars. And I'm now giving them a little less. And what a lot of people do is they'll give them magic water about once a week. So I will probably continue to do that while they are in the brooder, and then once they go to the chicken area, they'll be separate from the other chicks till they are about the same size. But they will start drinking just regular water all the time. If I feel like anyone's getting sick or anything, I'll go back to the magic water for a day or 2. But they're doing great. I think you could still see them through here. I'm about to turn their light off. So they get about their artificial sunlight. They get about 12 hours of daylight, really closer to 13, just like they would outside, and then 12 hours of night where I turn it off. But everyone's doing really well. So I didn't get nearly as many chicks as I had wanted. Now, I don't need any more chicks, but I really just wanted to, since I had 4 hens sitting on eggs, I had put 7 eggs under 3 of them and only 4 eggs under the 4th. Oh no, I had 7, but she broke 3. So there were only 4 potentially viable eggs. So that is 21, 25. I ended up with only 10, so I got less than 50%, which is kind of a bummer. I should have done much better, but some of them didn't sit on their eggs very well. So I have some ideas for next time. We have some broody hens that I'm going to separate them fully from the other chickens so there's less movement, I guess. They'll be less bothered by the other hens, and hopefully that will help. But we've got 10 cute chicks. Thanks for joining us on these past really 4 weeks of watching our chicks hatch. I've mentioned before that this is the warmest room in the house. It is warm in here right now, so you can see it in my face, but sorry about that. But thanks for joining us for the past it's been 2 weeks of videos, but really it's been about 4.5 weeks since we started hatching out the chicks with the broody hens. And hope some of you that wanted to learn something about them. And if any of you have any experience and want to comment, we'd love to learn more from all of you. And If you like this video, please give us a thumbs up. And if you want to follow along as we homestead here in Panama, please hit the subscribe button and click on the bell so that you're notified when our videos come out. We'll see you next week. Bye.